Simonside Metro Station, on South Tyneside. The station was opened in 2008, and I think is the newest station on the network. I've never used it before, which makes it a good starting point for a random dice walk.
Dice walks. An introduction.
The inspiration for dice walking came from Luke Reinhardt's 1971 cult classic novel The Dice Man. The novel tells the story of a psychologist who, feeling bored and unfulfilled in life, starts making decisions based on the roll of a dice. Along the way, there is sex, rape, murder, dice parties, breakouts by psychiatric patients, and all sorts of dice-dictated stuff. When applied to our dice walks, we forego the sex, murder and stuff, and limit the dice decisions to randomly choosing the directions our walk will take. It might not make for as exciting a video, but, on the other hand, it'll be easier to edit it if we're not in a prison cell. By submitting to the whims of the dice, we're adopting a process that French situationalist Guy Debord described as a technique of transient passage through varied ambiances. Okay, the rules. Number 1, there are no rules, just guidelines, which may be changed as and when required. It's very simple really. You choose your starting point, then every time you come to an option, meaning a road junction or a footpath branching off, or whatever, you throw the dice to decide which option to follow. For example, at a T-junction, if I throw an odd number I go left, or right if I throw an even one. At a crossroad, throwing a 1 or 2 sends me to the left, a 3 or 4 and I go straight ahead, and a 5 or 6 means I take the right-hand option. It'll work for up to 6 options, which should include the majority of roundabouts. The hope is that by drifting randomly without a destination we'll pass through places we might otherwise not have visited, and encounter situations we might otherwise have missed out on. We won't show every throw of the dice, that'd be time-consuming and boring. Just accept that every direction we move in is dictated by chance. Okay, let's roll those dice. The church is dedicated to Saint Simon, and was consecrated in 1880. There was a parish of St. Simon Simonside, founded in 1875. It became part of the parish of Jarrow and Simonside in 2019. The dice tell us to turn right here. The Simonside Arms, which appears to have closed down, although its website states that it's under new management. It also describes itself as the foremost pub in South Shields. Not sure if that was ever true. Simonside seems to be largely modern. Maps at the end of the 19th century show very little here. St. Simon's Church is there, and also a Simonside Hall, which seems to have been of 18th century origin. It was the seat of Robert Wallace, who opened the first shipyard in South Shields. South Shields Football Club took a lease on the estate in the late 1940s and developed a stadium there. This wasn't the current South Shields Football Club, but an earlier version. They've been reincarnated more times than the Dalai Lama. The stadium, and I assume the hall too, were demolished in the early 1970s. The ground sold for property development. Okay, the dice is sending us to the left. We're definitely wandering into an interzone. The dice says, turn right here. First Cloud Arena is the name of the current South Shields Football Club's ground. Although it's in Jarrow, not South Shields. This could be a decisive point. Left towards South Shields, or right, back towards Simonside. And the dice say, right. There's the Simonside Arms again. And there's St. Simon's Church. Actually, I have been here before. Not Tesco, but this is near the community center that Hive Community Radio used to be based at. Back in the days when I did a weekly music show for them. Now we're being sent onto this estate. And now we're being sent back out of the estate again. That's my old nemesis, the A19, going across the top there. The road I never seem to be able to avoid for long. And we've been here before too. But this time, we're crossing the bridge. And turning right. The dice seems determined that we have to cross the A19. Seems we can't escape the A19 for long. But the dice have mercy and sent us up this path. Seems that, without realizing it, we have just walked small sections of both the South Tyneside Heritage Trail and Beads Way. And now the dice has directed us into a dead end. There are no more options to move forward or sideways. So this is the end of the Simonside Random Dice Walk. Hope you enjoyed this random ramble. Goodbye.